Welcome to Road2Billions Podcast, the mentality of an entrepreneur. With your host, Moise Bertrand.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Moise Bertrand with Road2Billions Podcast, and today I'm just giving you guys just the sauce, man. The sauce on manifesting. And you know, a lot of people are going to be like, what is manifestation? What is this and this and that? You guys, I'm going to give you guys all the answers, all the sauce. But before I do that, matter of fact, I want you guys to do one thing and one thing only. Like and subscribe and, rate and review. And that's going to be the ultimate key to my happiness right there. Saying you guys give me great feedback, complimentary feedback, and just, good vibes. And that's just going to keep pushing me to, release more content. Of course, it's, be more open about certain things. But not to, take too much time. Manifestation, what is it? So manifesting is pretty much the idea of releasing something that you are intentional about, that you want to come into your life. So a perfect example. I know many people want a different lifestyle change, a different car, more money, and different job, et cetera, all the desires of your heart. With a manifestation, you have to understand that you can't focus too much about how things are going to go. You have to be more so in the mindset that these things are going to come at a point in time, but I just have to keep my vibrations high, which means I have to think positively all the time. And I have to be in a good energetic space, a good energy space. And what a lot of people fail to forget is that you can't just manifest for 2 weeks and expect a new car to show up or a new light. It doesn't happen like that. I wish it did, but you have to be the whole reason of manifesting and things not coming at a point in time and things are coming at a point in time and not your time is because if you manifested everything you want into your life, what reasoning would you have to have faith and work ethic? What reasoning would you have to have those things if you could just bring those things quickly into your life? And a lot of people get that confused with just wanting and needs. There's nothing wrong with wanting things that are out your proximity right now when you're manifesting. That's the whole point of manifestation. You have to think beyond of what your wildest dreams are. You have to be able to accept that things and miracles and blessings happen every day, each and every day to each and everybody. It just didn't happen to you yet at that time that you wanted it to happen, of course. But that's why this is the season of just releasing and then just letting things go and letting things flow. So a great way of just manifesting, I just tell everybody, make a vision board. Like a vision board is probably the easiest way just to get started in manifesting. Like having a vision board, a lot of people like Steve Harvey, Will Smith, Grant Cardone, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler, the Creator, Big Sean, all these people, all these notable people I'm speaking out on. These people took the initiative to actually start a manifesting, a vision board. So they started manifesting what was on that vision board, but they didn't know how they was going to get there. They had a plan. Yeah, I want to be the best rapper. Yeah, I want to do this and that. But no one really knows how to get to that end goal. Things happen in drastic ways. Like you might want $1 million when you're 25, but you might get 30 mil when you're 26, and you may not make a mil at 25. You probably make less than that. You get me? So things happen at your appointed time and on divine timing. And it's okay just to dream big and it's okay to have goals and everything, but don't get stuck to them goals. Like don't get stuck to the routine of, okay, I got to do this. If this doesn't work out this way, I'm doomed. And it's never like that. I had many instances where I was manifesting like a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't get a lot of those things because I just felt like right at that time I wasn't manifesting the things I needed in my life. I was manifesting like things that were just more material, possessions, which isn't a problem. You feel me? But I just felt like divine told me I need more of inner work. I need more of a healing. I need more of a balance. I need more of a way of just seeing why I need those things and why do I deserve those things. And I'm more so shifting my focus on I want more positive mindsets for myself. I want myself to be in a realm of always being high, positive, energetic, optimistic, and never really dwelling on past situations or past losses. And the greatest thing about manifestation is that you only know what you really desire. Like, I can't tell you enough how so many people are trying to like close their desires and close their limiting beliefs and try to get, they have things that shadow what they really want to do in life. Like, you might tell somebody, I want to be a billionaire, and somebody look at you like, man, get the fuck out of here. And you look at the person like, yo, this was really on my bucket list. Like, why can't I be a billionaire? Like, aren't you willing to like go beyond your wildest dreams to achieve what you really want to achieve? And some people don't have that vision for themselves, so they obviously bring that vision down for others. And one thing about manifesting, like, I'm a Virgo, and I tell a lot of people, hey, I talk about my zodiac all the time, and I talk about knowing yourself, because I'm a Virgo. I have Scorpio placements, and I have also I have Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio placements. So those are my big three. And I usually try to look into myself, because if I could look at how I really am as a person, how I react and how I do things, I can know how to go about things in the future. So it's okay to know yourself fully in and out. And one thing about me, when I'm manifesting, I don't really like to tell everybody. I don't really like to tell no one, actually. I like to keep it a secret. I'm not a secretive person. I just feel like manifestation takes a lot of courage and takes a lot of energy to manifest what you really, really, really want to get out in life. And you have to be able to manifest the life that you dream of in a blink of an eye, but not really think it's going to come in the blink of an eye. Like, you have to be able to visualize the life you're living already. You have to show up as that person. You have to be that person. And I noticed like my word has been very, very, very powerful in the last couple of weeks and last couple of months. I would think about somebody would literally text me right there on the spot, or I would just, something come across my mind, and I'll just start saying it more. Like, it's really potent in my mind right now. Like, everything I'm thinking about is really coming to fruition, and I'm being very, very, very delicate about the things I think about, and very precise about the lifestyle I'm trying to live and the people I'm trying to be around, just et cetera, just shaping the way I really want my reality to be. And you have to really understand, people, like, yes, you can make a lot of money, but you could also be unhappy. And yes, you could not have a lot of money and you could be happy. And it's really just what happy means to you. Like, what does happy mean to you? You get me? Like, my basic term of happiness, my basic definition of happiness is living life without regrets, knowing that you are doing the best that you could do, making yourself feel the best. You get me? Like, I can't tell somebody what doesn't make them happy, because I'm not that person. Like, how do I not know if someone likes to work out and I'm like, yo, you're a crazy addict, and they be like, I just love working out. I'm like, does that make you happy? Like, yeah, it does. And I'm like, man, you crazy. I'll never be me. It doesn't have to be that conversation. You could be like, okay, well, that's great, bro. You're working out. You happy. As long as you're doing what you're doing that makes you happy, I'm happy for you. And that's the first step in manifestation. Like, you have to be able to be happy for everybody else. And I look at things like, if I feel like everybody around me is doing well, I take that as a blessing, because I'm like, oh shit, this shit is getting closer and closer to the inner circle. And, I try to give everybody like positive vibes, and I try to give everybody motivation, because I'm just that person. Like, I grew up with my sister and my mom most of the time. And, my mom is a Capricorn, and she always manifesting. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just keep saying manifestation. Manifesting like a bigger bag for herself. Like, she was like, I want this and this and that. I'm like, okay, you are very, very, very spiritual. And my mom got me into that realm of just speaking things over myself and being protective of my energy. And my sister was also a big advocate of just speaking things into existence. But I got that from them growing up, and I always been like observing, and I always been acting on like what I really want to do in life. And, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I tell people all the time, like, sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, it looks like I know how to do everything, but in reality, sometimes I feel like I'm like the path I'm on right now, like as we speak right now, I feel like it's confusing. I like that. I don't know where I'm going. And I really appreciate that, because I feel like when you're at a crossroads in life, you have to know that what you're leaving behind and what you're going into. And that's really what a crossroads is. Like, are you willing to stay with your old self? Or are you willing to upgrade to your new, better self? And when you obviously want a better life for yourself, you have to put in perspective, like, what is it going to change? What's going to change? Who's going to be there? Who you want to be there? Like, everything that you want your dream life to be, write that shit down. Because I can't tell you guys how many times when I first bought my real estate property, I drove by the house many times. I visualized myself walking in the house. I visualized myself holding the keys. I visualized this shit. Like, I can't tell you guys how that happened. Now, if you guys be like, if you such a manifest, why don't you have $1 billion or $1 million? And the reason why is because it's not God's timing. Like, it's probably not his timing. I feel like, honestly, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm supposed to be helping everybody else around me. I'm supposed to be servicing others, and I'm supposed to be, of course, building my brand. I don't have to hurry up and make $1 million at 25 or 24 or 23 or 22 or 21. I don't have to hurry up and do that because I know it's going to come regardless. And that's the beauty of it. Like, me knowing it's coming, it's just a matter of time. But I'm enjoying the process of telling my brothers. I'm enjoying the process of telling my friends. I'm enjoying the process of telling my mentors, listen, just the way you're giving into me, I got to give out to you. And I want to help you do things that I see from a creative eye. I'm a person who has a very keen eyesight. I'm blind, obviously. I wear glasses, but I don't wear my glasses anymore, but I have bad vision. But I'm saying, as far as like seeing things for what it is, aesthetics, creativity, the future, the vision, I'm seeing those things when I speak to somebody and they tell me their business. And I feel like I have a very prominent gift in that, because most people will tell somebody their ideas and they'll just be like, okay, that's what's up. But somebody tell me their ideas and I could give them 100 ways to try to hurry up and make that idea boom. And I'm willing to work with people like that. I'm willing to just build people up and build their character and build their business. That's always been me as a person. And that's why I became a business coach, of course. And that's why I'm just launching courses and giving out freebies. And, of course, next month I'm going to start getting my community together with those who are looking to get into business. But the overall gist of everything is, if you want something in life, right, you can't just sit on your fucking ass and ask for it every damn day, because that's like somebody telling you, that's like you telling somebody, can I get $10 every day, right? And then the person is going to be like, what are you doing for this $10? What are you doing for this $30? What are you doing for $1,000 an hour? What are you doing? Why are you asking for this? Are you putting in any type of work? Do you even have a track history, a track record of you doing this work, of any work? So I tell a lot of people, like, don't get discouraged about where you at in life right now, man, because I know sometimes I look at myself and I tell people all the time, like, social media is the thief of comparison. Like, that's the thief of happiness right there. Like, I tell so many people DM me like, yo, bro, you really doing your thing sometimes, man. And I just really appreciate you. But sometimes, me being honest with you guys, because this is the podcast, I don't really talk about this on Instagram. I feel like I don't do enough. And I feel like there's always room for improvement. And that's something I really had to get accustomed to, that, at the end of the day, I may not be as perfect as I want to be, but I'm very happy where I'm at. And I'm very happy about the decisions and, the ideas and the leadership that I'm actually giving to people. And I never been someone who always looked for spotlight. I never been someone who always talk about their accolades or anything like that. I never been like that. Like, you would never see me do those things. Like, you would never see me do those things unless it's something like I really want you guys to see. You will never see me say this and this and that. You will never see me say that or hear any of that. The fact of the matter is that sometimes you just have to speak things into existence. I know I'm going to be rich. I know I'm going to be a very rich person. But my end goal in life is to be able to take the money I made and give it back to the people I know that need it the most. And I'm not talking about no people like, oh, you guys never going to hear. Like, I'm a really do great things in life, but my ultimate goal is seeing others, like, be able to say, listen, yo, Mo, he helped me a lot. Yo, Mo, he helped me set up my business. Mo, like, he helped me do this. And I like when people just tell me that, because I'm just that type of person. Like, I'm okay with just lending a helping hand. But at this time in my life right now, I'm just more so working on myself. But I know that end goal of myself is having that vision where everybody just would be like, okay, he helped me. And that's gonna make me ultimately fulfill my life purpose, when everybody I feel like is able to give me credit. I like credit. I'm not bullshitting. But I'm manifesting, like, I'm trying to manifest doing things in a more simpler way instead of being too detail oriented. And that's one thing about manifestation. Like, you have to be really detail oriented. And when I get too detail oriented, I go too much into the steps of how to get there, and I just got to let that go. And you guys let that go as well. But overall, man, I want you guys to take like 3 things from this podcast. And one thing for sure is, don't control the situation. Never try to control the situation. Never try to control any situation. The second point of view is believing in yourself. You always have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. And the third is do the fucking work. Do the work. Believe in yourself. And let go of control, man. You guys going to be wherever you need to be at in due time. I'm not telling you it's going to come in the next 2 months, 3 months. I'm not telling you nothing. But I'm just telling you, it's all about your vibrations, your energy, and your vision, your purpose. And just like Nipsey said, you can have all of the things you want in the world. It's all about your reasons. And if you know your reasonings on why you want these things, certain things start to fall in your lap. And, for those who do listen to the previous podcast and about my life, you guys are starting to see who am I as a person. And I appreciate everybody who's even chiming in, texting me and DMing me. My podcast is going up in streams, and I'm not even worried about that. I'm more so worried about, are these people getting the message? Like, are you guys genuinely getting the message that I'm dropping in my podcast, or you guys are just listening just to see what's going on? But at the end of the day, I know someone is going to take something from this podcast, and they're going to go ahead and just say, okay, cool. I learned what I had to learn from Moise, or I had to learn what I learned from the other guest host that came on his show. And I'm content. I'll be content with that, as long as one person. And that's been happening lately, so I'm grateful for that. So at the end of the day, I want to tell you guys, I really appreciate you guys for listening. I'm at a cross pass in my life right now. It's always that time of year where you have to really evaluate everything. But I'm honestly grateful where I'm at right now. And I just want you guys to visualize the life you want to live, because I'm visualizing every last bit of the success I want to taste and endure. And I want you guys to have the same feeling and same magnetic energy. Like I'm actually giving you guys blessings through this microphone, through this podcast, because I know how hard it is to know that the world is on your shoulders. I know how hard it is to be the black sheep of your family. I know how hard it is to just be someone who's just different, and you feel like you're alone in a room full of people. And I feel like that's how a lot of people are, but a lot of people don't speak about those things. But I'm going to speak about those things because, this podcast is transparency, and I don't want you guys thinking I'm perfect, and I don't ever want you guys to think I'm perfect. But all in all, man, I appreciate you guys. Keep chasing your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe, like, review, and share this podcast. It's been a great journey, an amazing journey. And I just ask that if you guys are manifest the best things out in life. Don't give yourself any short end of the stick. Don't feel like you're not deserving of it. Write down your affirmations along with the vision board. And by the time you know it, man, you're going to be where you want to be. So I appreciate you guys once again, and keep chasing your dreams. Road to billions. I'm out.